Let's see Emong's vid.
Welcome to, I guess, like Mythbusters or hero interactions, a bunch of different stuff you're going to see with Lifeweaver. Now, Lifeweaver is the newest support in Overwatch 2. We're going to go through the abilities very quickly, and then we're going to kind of look at some of the fun interactions that we have. It's interesting seeing what Lifeweaver can do. There's some fun stuff. There's some really cool plays I think you're going to be able to make. I think it will take quite a while to be able to do that. But first off, the first ability we have, and we should open up the menu here, make it a lot easier, is Healing Blossom. So you hold a charge of Healing Burst, and then you release to heal a targeted ally. Right, so for example, I'm going to switch to the correct weapon here. Charges up to 65, which is 65 heals. Obviously, if that's boosted, it will be a little bit more. But 65 heals, that will travel there. Okay.
Can you increase quality? Is this not? Oh, my fault. Sorry.
Do one at a time, it's 10. Right? If you just do this without hitting anything, it's going to be 10. So basically, you know what your heals are going to be, and you want to charge them up. So a lot of time, you're going to want to charge it up, like for really fast heals. You can obviously kind of go in between to do like quicker, like burst heals like this. It's pretty interesting how it works. And then goes.
I didn't know Danny got in too.
Well, you actually have to switch weapons.
I thought you did all this crap.
Volley, which does 5 damage when it's not a headshot and 10 damage when it is.
I thought it was 5 damage per bullet.
That's cool.
Thorns in the face are an inconvenience.
So, what are the abilities? It was talked about how these heroes going to have some fun abilities we've never seen. Well, let me show you. First of all, first ability we have is Rejuvenate and Dash. So you dash towards your traveling direction and lightly heal yourself. So if I took a little bit of damage, which I don't have right now, you'll heal yourself for a little bit. You also will go like this. So that's not the actual cooldown because they have cooldowns down right now, but you will travel a little bit and start to heal. Then you have a really fun ability called Life Grip. What this does is it will pull them to you. So as you can see, I'm able to pull the diva to me.
Emongg show off the
pretty far range too.
A little bit of trolling.
If you look where I'm at right now, look where the diva's at. You can actually pull from a pretty far range. Then another ability that is really interesting, really cool, is Pedal Platform. It's exactly what that is. It's a pedal platform. So you drop your pedal on the ground. If anybody's underneath it at the time, they will go up in the air. If not, it will sit there. You can remove it if you need to. Obviously, there'll be cooldowns on that, and then you can go up and now I'm up in the air. And then
Personally, I don't think he does enough healing. I'd agree with you on that.
Timer, which will
healing
right
sucks.
now.
That was on things to 5 months.
And there you go. That is Pedal Platform. So as you can see, definitely some abilities we have never seen. On top of that, there is a passive called Parting Gift. Basically, on deck.
Look at this chat. They just don't have enough buttons for how many things this guy can do. That's why if they buff his healing, dude, this character's just already gonna be broken.
Enemy or ally
it's too much
to pick it up.
It's just
actual heal.
Every time a new character gets released in Overwatch, they get even more abilities. It's insane.
250 HP if you do pick it up. You can see it drops the flower right here. I picked it up. I went from 55 HP to 305.
I saw a crab cameo pog.
Passive that both the enemy or your own teammates can pick up. So it goes kind of both ways in that one, where basically, you know, there's a chance that 2 players could be fighting over that on the ground to be able to win a 1v1. It's actually a really interesting passive. The ultimate Tree of Life. So basically what Tree of Life does is Tree of Life is a huge tree that will spawn in the middle that can be used as an LOS while also healing. It will initially burst heal you for 150 healing, and then after that, it will burst for 50 healing. I want to say every second.
That's his invincibility? I know, I did a whole video on this. I'm just watching Emong's version.
And then put your Tree of Life on there. Now, is this a good play?
See, Emong's too nice. Emongg is just a very nice soul. Guy doesn't have a mean bone in his whole fucking body. I've known him for years. I've never seen him be mean once. It's legitimately impressive at this point. I'm surprised he didn't say anything about the pull.
I don't think so.
I'm actually not that surprised. I guess I go harder on that kind of stuff than he does, but
probably not, but it still would be pretty fun, you know?
The tree is gone. Up and at him. Life.
Yes, you can. What happens if you drop the platform? The Tree of Life also drops. So, if you're on top of the platform and you need to survive very quickly, you can put the tree up there.
It's a 30-minute video. I mean, true, it could be coming.
And then it will land on the ground with you in one of the spots. So, will you use this play all the time? No, but it's good to know you can do it.
Take care.
He mentions it a little under the table.
Right? So first of all, I'm going to life grip the diva, and then what happens if the diva ults? So what happens is the baby diva will basically fly to you still, or in the general area. The diva ult will go wherever you had stopped it at. So say I pull a diva and then they ult, wherever you hit the button at, it will stop the life grip. Diva will come to you, but the diva ult will stop in place. So to show that one more time, so I'm going to I'm gonna pull the diva to us now, and here we go.
Activating self-destruct.
Wait a minute.
So don't diva ult over the well. It would not be the best idea. And I don't think the diva was able to get to us either because the momentum brought the diva backwards. So, but good news is I can go get the diva from spawn. Absolute classic.
Come here,
As you can see, it has a really cool interaction too. Like when I pulled the diva, there,
You
like,
see, he's smart, and he made it so you had instant cooldowns. Yesterday, when I was showing when I was doing the nighttime pulling thing on the well, I didn't change the ability, so every time I fucked it up, we had to sit there for 20 seconds and wait for it to come back.
under the bridge. Really fun. Next thing, diva just drops the ult here, and baby diva's on there. What happens to the diva ult?
Activating self-destruct sequence.
So it won't lift the diva ult if nobody is on it, right? So if you put it under the diva ult won't lift. But what happens if diva walks over the pedal? Here we go.
Activating self-destruct.
It goes up into the air. Now, will it get people? Yeah, we'll get people if they're within LOS of it. I'm sure there's like a range where like people can hide
You just
from
break
but
it.
You can do some really fun plays where you'll lift the ult up. So basically, we're gonna test to see if diva can eat Lifeweaver's heals. Now, if diva's able to eat Lifeweaver's heals, this means heroes like Sigma, Genji's deflect, Orissa's eat,
This is a good question.
Javelin spin could
I don't
all
actually know the answer to
do the
this.
same thing here. So I'm curious to see if diva's able to eat this, then that will work for pretty much everything. Going now, and as you can see, diva does eat Lifeweaver's heals.
More reason not to fucking heal on him.
Does not eat the pole,
with
though.
me.
So now we're going to test a couple of things against the enemy Doomfist. So, one of the first things we're going to test here is what happens if Doomfist ults the Tree of Life. We're about to find out right now.
Life protects life. Meteor strike.
Should just do damage to it, right?
As you can
Lands
see, it
next
does
to it.
damage to the tree, but Doom will not destroy the tree. Doom will
you
go on
can't.
one side of it.
It has
So,
1,000 HP.
pretty what you would expect interaction-wise, but I think it was definitely worth testing. Can you lift up into the air to prevent Doomfist damage? So let's say Doomfist ults on the ground here, but I lift up in the air on the pedal at the same time. What happens? Does the pedal take damage? Do you take damage? We're about to find out. Here we go.
Meteor strike.
So as you can see, it damages the pedal, but because of the LOS, it does not damage you up here, which means you will survive the damage from Doomfist. Oh, which is actually pretty good. A pretty easy escape, I'd say. Obviously, you can like shift out of it, but sometimes maybe you just, you know, you can just quickly put a
Does this mean his
flower
heal
down
can be
here.
amped by
That's really
Bapple?
So
Well,
for
this
Dark Queen-
video is very long, and Baptiste is in here, so I'm sure he tests it. I'm just watching through it.
What happens?
I'm actually learning a lot of this stuff with you, because I'll be real with you, I didn't really do like a bunch of like myth-busting testing, you know what I mean? Like I'll be honest, I really just didn't care. I've had a lot of stuff going on the last couple of weeks. I more or less just did a whole breakdown of how it works, how things can be used as the character, and then I moved on. You know, I didn't do all the niche interactions. Plus, you got to remember, I know Emongg, so I know he was working on this. So like, why am I gonna do all this shit when I know he's gonna do a video on it? You know what I mean? Like,
If Junker Queen ults and I go up into the air, will I still get purpled around the same time in? Can you avoid the ultimate if done correctly? Here we go.
Up and at 'em.
Time for the reckoning.
As you can see, initially, if you don't go up there timing-wise, you'll probably get ulted by Junker Queen, right? But if you go up in the air before Junker Queen ults, or like right at the beginning of Junker Queen ulting,
Well, that's
will
where
not
he
do
said
any
group
damage
project?
to you or
No.
prevent heals.
Time for the reckoning.
So, as expected, it's not going to get you. So, one thing that this pedal is really good for is avoiding ultimates. It's actually a really, really cool concept. And obviously, if you have multiple people ready for this,
Hero
you can
thinks
kinda
64
stack
months.
and like come up with plays.
So I could
You
probably
can
keep
lift
alerts
everybody
on for
up in the
this.
air to
It's actually
prevent,
not that bad.
ultimates from having that value. Does Carnage proc heals on the flower?
The air calls.
Does
The
not
flower
proc
has
heals,
400
does not
HP
proc
though. It's
heals.
actually insane.
Can Orisa be lifted during her ultimate?
Yes,
Here
we
we
know
go.
that from the trailer though, but we didn't know that trailer
So-
existed though. So
Orisa's ultimate can be lifted, and that will also not do damage to you below. So
That's
yes,
actually
you can
insane.
lift Orisa's ultimate. So we'll show that one more time. And I
That's
will stand
actually
under Orisa
insane,
after it
though.
happens. Orisa ults. I lift the Orisa up. I go.
there's actually a few applications of this. Like, okay, first thing I think of is, you know how like the sim Orisa bomb strat. If you went up with your sim and you start charging up here, you could just pop a TP somewhere, like, and you do your Orisa teleports from the top with your sim, or you just lift them up in the air like this. Everyone down below forgets. Or on things like push, you know, on push, there's on Colosseo, that bridge at the end of the first checkpoints. If you ult on Orisa on the low ground, you can't kill the people on the bridge. If you ult on the low ground and then get lifted up to the bridge's level while they're fighting up there, and you have it charged, you just hit it, boom, you're just gonna delete everybody there. So that's actually insane if you think about it.
Right below the Orisa, it will break the ultimate, but it will break the platform, but it will not do any damage to anybody below. So actually, a pretty good counter to Orisa ultimate.
You probably couldn't lift the ult, but you could probably lift people in it and save them.
Next thing I want to test is,
I'm sure he tests it.
Life lift Orisa up or put Orisa in a different location.
Tree of Life is a little...
Life protects life.
Yeah, just gonna slowly move them a little bit.
And it looks like what happens is you actually... the tree is not considered a shield, so you actually can hide behind the tree, and it will not do damage to the tree like now where Orisa's ult does damage to the shields.
Take care.
And then the question is, can you use Rejuvenate and Dash to get out of the ultimate? Because if so, there's a lot of abilities that can actually counter Orisa's ultimate, including pulling your teammates out of the ultimate. And here we go. Here's the Orisa ult. So I'm going to be in the middle of the Orisa ult. I'm going to get pulled in. I'm going to back away. And I'm already out of the ultimate. And as you can see, Orisa's ult once again loses that value. I mean, obviously the pull-in will be good value, but like, Lifeweaver's kit is really good against Orisa ult. If Ramattra puts their shield down on the ground, can I lift it up with the flower? Technically, it looks like you can't lift it up from the ground, but I think if Ramatra's on the platform and shields up, that you can shield up in the sky, which means you can make really cool high noon plays. There's a lot of fun stuff you can do. You can actually have Widowmaker go for a quick pick on a map, right? Like, this is like the new, hey, shield for me, right? Except now you can do that on top of a platform, which means we'll also test that with, like, Sigma and stuff also. But, yeah, so you can do that. Second of all, one thing I wanted to see is if I do lift Ramattra up in the air, will I be out of range of the ultimate? And as you can see, I was. So I'm lifting Ramattra up during the ultimate. And then as I am running around away, it will be out of range, which means that, I mean, obviously Ramattra can jump down from there, but it's still a good play to have, especially considering, like, right now with Kiriko, for example, you can use Suzu, and that can take a second off of Ramatra's ultimate, which Ramatra's ultimate has basically either it's 20 seconds long or has 3 seconds,
to make
and if you're not in range, it will go away. So I can take a second off that clock, which can make it a lot easier.
Yeah, if you're talking about enabling your teammates to do sick plays, yeah, sure. Definitely need some good coordination. But realistically, the thing that's OP about the flower is if your Lifeweaver gets pressured, they just throw the flower on the ground, step on it, and go up, and then they're safe for like 10 seconds. You know?
Here, to be able to get Ramattra ult counter. Does Ramattra punch through the tree like Ramattra will through shields?
Life protects life.
Ramattra is not punching through the tree. Does do damage to the tree, of course, but does not.
This tree, though, with how fast you can build it, like with the damage, it's literally going to be like playing Fortnite. Like if you do like Mei walls and like let's say you have Mei, let's say a full builder comp. Let's say you have like Mei Sim or Mei Torb, some type of shield like either like Sigma, Ramattra, etc. And then you also build this ult so quickly, like you're basically going to be making your own cover in the middle of fights.
Do damage to you behind the tree. With Reinhardt here,
construction crew comp.
Can you prevent shatter from happening? First thing I wanted to see is with Rejuvenate and Dash, can you like get out of the shatter, right? Will you be invulnerable? And this will answer the question for a lot of abilities if you're invulnerable or not, and I'll show you right here. Okay,
I don't think the dash will.
As you can see, it does not stop anything. So if you Rejuvenate and Dash backwards or into Rein, you will get shattered. You're not invulnerable. I do believe that if you pull your teammate during the shatter, that will make them invulnerable.
Yes.
So now the next thing is, can you lift Rein up into the air to prevent shatters? So as you can see, if I do it then, right when I hear the sound, Rein still kind of has a window where I can get shattered. But let's say...
You know where that's actually going to get real spooky? Is if, let's say it's like a shatter like this, you throw the flower right here, the Rein can't get to you. Like, he's going to get CC'd, kinda. Because if he's walking towards you to come swing on you, he's going to step on the flower, and the flower's going to bring him up in the air. And if the flower brings him up in the air, obviously that you're going to have to come back down. It's going to extend how long it takes to get there and kill you.
Say that, you know, I randomly throw this out here, or I have a feeling this Ryan's going for a shatter based off of how they're
not
playing.
Like hard CC, but it's displacement.
If Ryan shatters as Ryan is going up.
Yeah, charge?
That will...
If he tries to charge you, wait a minute.
Block the shatter. So there is timings you can do. Sometimes relying purely on the voice line may not work, but I do think that it is worth sometimes trying to prevent that shatter if you can. Can Hog easily counter Tree of Life? Because Tree of Life does have
Probably.
HP on it. So what? How is
Hog would
Hog's
probably.
ult against Tree of Life? Let's find out.
Life protects life.
As you can see,
That's-
Roadhog is
yeah.
very good against Tree of Life. Next,
Roadhog's-
what I want to see is how does it look when you're getting hooked
know.
from Hog, both from the ground when Hog's up in the air and vice versa. So
if
here's the first one. Gonna put Hog up in the air. Kind of how it looks. Pretty much how do you expect it. How does it look when I get hooked down from Hog? Wonderful. Are you able to pull a hero out of Sigma's ultimate?
You know, the thing I was kind of curious there would be if you threw your flower right as you're going to get hooked. And so when he hooks you, you hit the flower and just go immediately up. You know what I mean? Like, would
Yes,
that
you
displacement be
can.
enough
If
to
you
make sure
that,
you don't
there's
die?
only one person in the ultimate will also cancel the ultimate. So the way it would work was if you pull somebody out of the ult, there's only one in Sigma, which Sigma will
Wait, does that-
sometimes solo ult.
Wait, does that cleanse it technically? Wait a minute, what?
Are you able to pull a hero out of Sigma's ultimate? Yes, you can. And if you do that, there's only one person in the ultimate will also cancel the ultimate. So the way it would work was if you pull somebody out of the ult, there's only one in Sigma, which Sigma will sometimes solo ult. Well, that will also stop the ultimate. Okay, so with
Is that not technically a cleanse? Whoa.
Winston, one thing I really did want to test here, can Bubble block the Tree of Life heal? So can you do, I'm going to take a little bit of damage from the Winston right now very quickly. Then Winston's going to drop Bubble, and I'm going to Tree of Life in the bubble. This makes it a little bit easier so the first one
Life
counts.
protects life.
To that question, it looks like...
It doesn't. It's too big.
Can you do damage to me? They put the bubble down again. Tree
No.
of Life does go through the Winston shield. I mean, I'm sure there's
It's
a
too
timing
big.
where that could block it. I'll have to test it with Ryan Shield now that I think about it. I wonder if Ryan Shield can block Tree of Life on one side. Can
No, I think
Reinhardt
it's too
Shield
big.
block Tree of Life?
Life protects
It's too big. It goes over the top.
No. Tree of Life does go through shields. Tree of Life does go through shields. And I think it's because of how high
It was a
up the tree
sim
goes.
wall, maybe.
But yes, Tree of Life does go through shields. Here's the next question. Can you pull Winston back to you when Winston jumps in?
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Oh, no.
You can. Yep. Now, how will that go? I have no idea. Could it be, hey, team fight starting? No, we're not ready.
Will you?
You know how sometimes you have that tank who just wants to go in, goes, is everybody ready, and then just jumps in anyway before anybody confirms it? This is what you do. Nope. Nope. Yep. Hey, you want to ult? Yeah, go ahead. You can ult. No, I don't think so. But yes, so yes, you can pull Winston out of Leap. So Wrecking Ball mines, can I lift any of the mines up, or can I clear some of the mines? So you cannot lift the mines, but you can clear the mines. So that's good to have, right? Like obviously, like you're kind of stuck here, and you need to put like this down. You can at least do that and then go up into the air and clear some of the mines, survive a little bit.
Oh,
If
the
your Wrecking
cracks
Ball
is
going
cool.
into 5 of them and feeding. Can you stop your Wrecking Ball from pile driving?
I have you.
Yes, you can. If your Wrecking Ball grapples, can you prevent the grapples?
Safety in numbers.
Yes, you can. Is your Wrecking Ball feeding?
Come here, will you?
Not anymore. But I find that there's going to be some
Oh, no.
pretty meme plays happening with that where it may not go as well, and I'm sure they'll keep adding more and more protection to that. On top of that, I also think there could be some really cool plays you can
Pulling
make.
out of pile drive is crazy. That's crazy, actually.
I'm really excited to see what plays happen. I'm really curious to see like some of the plays because I think it could be really, really fun. All right, so for Zarya, can I rejuvenate and dash out of Grav?
Огонь по готовности.
Nope, just locked out completely, not able to do that. If I'm Grav, can I lift myself up with the flower?
Good question.
The answer
Oh,
to that
hell
is yes.
no! Wait, what?
Готовности.
Nope, just locked out completely, not able to do that. If I'm Grav, can I lift myself up with the flower?
Огонь по готовности.
Nah,
The
that's
answer to that is
crazy.
yes, you can get out of Grav with the pedal. It will lift you out of the Grav. I did not expect that interaction. Can you do a Grav one more time? But just to show one more time. Just to show this one more time.
Nah,
And you
ain't no
lift out
way.
of the Grav.
Огонь по готовности.
As you can see, you can
No
absolutely lift out of the grab.
shot.
So, if your team is grabbed and you have pedal, you can use it, throw it under the grab, and it'll lift your teammates up. Because if grab is on the wall, and you're grabbed up into the wall, can you lift yourself up out of the grab? No, you can't because you're not touching the grab. That's a good way to get value with the grab. Obviously, like, the pedal didn't go up that high, but it is a good way to kind of counter that strategy a little bit. So, we've already seen that you can use the flower
we're gonna find
to
out here,
pull
Chompy.
somebody up from grab, but can you pull somebody out of grab with life?
Огонь по готовности.
Yeah.
Oh
Can
no!
he pull Mercy mid-res and the target?
No! Nah, poor Zarya.
Yes, you can. So, you can save somebody in it. If there's only one in the grab, you can pull them out, completely making the grab useless. But you can pull somebody out of the grab. Can you block Ash Dynamite from doing damage?
Time for spring.
Yes. So if you throw your pedal on top of the Ash
What?
Dynamite, it will do damage to the pedal, but not you. Next thing I wanted to test,
It's like throwing a fucking blanket over it. Nah.
we're going to see if you can lift Bob, which I'm pretty sure you'll be able to lift Bob, but why not try?
Time for spring.
Now, can Bob still get you up there? It looks like Bob, at a certain point, even though
Wait,
Bobby,
you
there,
can get
actually
under
be
him.
out of LOS,
Oh
Bob
my
is below
God.
level 2, so you can actually prevent a lot of the Bob-all, especially if you use the flower to LOS. I went out of range there, as you can see in the kill cam. But
6 months.
does your
sticker and I'm
Bastion
watching future
ult in the
tank
middle of the open?
gameplay shuffle
Can you
amount.
now save your Bastion when doing that? Yep. So if you see your teammate deciding to ult in the middle of the open, you can still save your teammate and pull them even when they're in their ult there. It will not keep them in place. All right, so with Cassidy, I wanted to test something. Does High Noon lock onto the pedal?
Up and at 'em. It's high time.
It does not lock onto the pedal. And
Hey,
just to test it out,
Flats, could
does
you remake the rating tank video for season 4?
Absolutely not. That thing took me like weeks to make, and it was very long. It was very, very, very long, and I do not want to do that again. I'm gonna be honest with you. All right, let's go.
High Noon lock on to the Tree of Life.
Loving the content.
Life protects life. It's high time.
You can also hide behind it too out of LOS. And no, you can't do damage to this. So for Echo, one thing I wanted to test is can
Hey,
you
come on
use
now.
like a pedal on top of a pedal? So I'm gonna go up into the air first, and then Echo is gonna ult, and then see if they use their pedal on top of me. Here we go.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
No, you stop it.
What do
Looks like the pedal just bounces off of it. Can you put a Tree of Life on top of a Tree of Life? It doesn't look like it, but you can definitely put them next to each other. That's kind of cool. That looks cool. Well, actually, it looks really cool.
Holy shit.
Can you pull Genji back during their blade?
At its pay 10, why not you?
So, during the initial part of the blade, you can't. Tried it a few times. It seems that if, like, Genji goes into the air and you're like, hey, I'm just going to pull my Genji back, you can't. But, is there a time in where you can still pull Genji after the blade?
Safety
So there is a time in where you can pull your Genji back from the blade, but off of the initial burst, you won't be able to.
Stay here.
I would not recommend doing that all the time. The only way, obviously, if your Genji gets nobody and can't get a dash reset, sometimes you can actually save your Genji. So there's timings where it can be useful, and there's going to be timings where, you know, it will be an interesting timing, to say the least. Can you pull Genji while
He
wall
knows.
climbing?
You're better
Yes.
off with me.
Emongg
Which means you can
knows.
also pull Kiriko and Hanzo while wall climbing. Can Genji deflect the heal?
Show me what you're made.
Yes, Genji can deflect the heal. So, if you're Genji and you somehow happen to be in front or around where the heal's going, you can deflect it. For Hanzo, what happens if you lift Hanzo when they go into the animation of their ultimate? Will it lift Hanzo up? Will the ultimate stay in the same spot? We're about to find out. Here we go. So, if you time it right, it looks like you can lift Hanzo up, but it's very, very, very quickly.
Yeah,
So,
I mean,
is it a
expected.
good counter to Hanzo Ultimate? No. Like, ideally, you would basically be more of one of those, like, luck timings. So, for example, let's say that I lift Hanzo up and then Hanzo ult after gets lifted up a little bit. So, like I say, I lift Hanzo now and then Hanzo's like, I'm going to ult. Yeah, you're going to have a Sky Dragon, right? But overall, it's going to be pretty hard to time that. But yeah, you can lift Hanzo up into the air and Hanzo can drag. Does Hanzo's ultimate do damage to the Tree of Life?
Life protects life.
Hanzo's ultimate does not damage Tree of Life. So if you try to drag in the tree, it won't work.
I think that was maybe like too close.
Mine? Or can you prevent the Junkrat mine damage? The Junkrat's going to throw a mine right on the ground in front of me. I'm going to put a pedal over it, and then Junkrat's going to do... Well, you know, in hindsight, not the best play, but I have an idea. I'm going to put that...
It bounces off.
It bounces right off of it. What happens if I try to block the Junkrat mine and Junkrat explodes the damage? It does prevent the damage, as we saw, just like with the Ash Dynamo. You can lift the mine up if the mine's directly on top. Obviously, what you would have to do... Okay, what you would have to do against the mine, though, to not take the damage, is go on it quickly, back off, and then that will prevent the mine. So it's actually pretty good against Junkrat. I mean, obviously, that's not going to happen a lot, but I still like the idea that you can do that with that. Does Junkrat Tire activate the pedal while going over it?
Good question.
It does not. How does it look when Junkrat is on top of the platform tiring?
Ladies and gentlemen.
It actually looks like the tire, when used, is going through the bottom of the platform, but it works the same way. Does Junkrat Tire destroy the Tree of Life?
Life protects
No,
life.
it's got 1,000 HP.
It does not. It does not do enough damage to the Tree of Life. So with Mei, we're going to test a couple things. First of all, can you put a pedal on top of the Mei wall, if you're on top of it? It either bounces off the Mei ult. I throw it straight down, it will bounce off of the wall and go down to the ground.
It has to be on solid
Also,
ground.
There's an interaction with Mei wall where if you throw it right directly in the middle like this, it will bounce and then fall through the wall and land below, but it does not lift the Mei wall up. Now here's the next question. If Mei's on the platform with you, can Mei wall you up? So let's say that this is Mei on your team and you want to go up into the air and do like a high noon play. Well, watch this.
Oh, no. Oh,
Now you can do an
no.
extra
That's evil. That's so evil.
Can you lift the Mei ult? And with the Mei ult being in the air, you will not be frozen. So, if you have the right timing on that, you can actually lift the Mei ult up if somebody's on the platform and then back off and not be frozen below. Can Mei wall prevent the heals of Tree of Life on you? Can you do some damage to me? Will Mei wall prevent the heals here? Do damage to me again. Now, put like the... It does not. As you can see, the Tree of Life is just high enough to go over the wall.
Yeah.
And you can still...
It's very tall, that's why.
Can you Tree of Life on top of the Mei wall?
Life protects
The answer is, it looks
Just
like
crushes it. Wow.
Can you lift an ice-blocked Mei? Yes, you can.
Damn, you could save your Mei with that.
Ult with Tree of Life.
If your Mei's deep and they use Ice Block, you just give them a high ground.
Here we go.
Life protects life.
It's tough to say. It looks like you're actually able to just do damage to the Tree of Life.
Justice reigns from above.
Like, it should, in theory, do splash damage, so we might not
You gotta get much closer.
Yeah, it does a lot of damage. Farrell does a lot of damage.
You could kill her with it.
Can you pull Farah during Farah ult?
Rocket barrage.
The answer is yes.
Hell no.
So, what you could do is actually use the bubble to protect the Farah during that, but at the same time, I'm sure it's going to look pretty great from that point of view. Can you pull Farah up in the air? Yep.
I have you.
Can you prevent the self-damage from Farah with your pull?
Rocket barrage.
Yeah, I mean, you can for a second. Can you pull Reaper while faded? Yes, you can. So if your Reaper is fading away, you can pull the Reaper back to safety if need be. Can you prevent Reaper from teleporting or pull Reaper during teleport?
You're better off.
Can you pull your Reaper down immediately while teleporting to the location?
Safety in numbers.
You have to wait till they get there, but you can pull Reaper down. Yes. Can you pull Reaper during ultimate? Yes. Say we went to go save one of our teammates who end up in their back line. Their team's in front of me right here. They don't know I'm here. My Reaper is over here. You can do a play like this. Pull Reaper while ulting through them and do some damage. So it actually some pretty fun plays you can do. Now, will there be some
The trailer,
plays that might
Pog.
not go as well with that? Absolutely, but there's some really fun plays that you can do. Can you lift Reaper during ult? Yep, and it will prevent damage from below, so... It will, if Reaper is on the enemy team, it will do damage to the pedal, but it should be enough time for you to survive that and may not even do enough to the pedal. Can Sojourn slide over the pedal? It looks like Sojourn will slide over the pedal, but activate it.
Time for spring.
So Sojourn will not go up with the pedal, and will activate it, though, to
Of course
lift it up in the
Sojourn
air.
breaks it.
Can you lift Disruptor Shot?
You're falling apart.
Air cold.
Now, can you lift healing station? With Soldier 76, can you lift the healing station up?
If it was placed
cannot.
on
It
it,
stays on
though,
the
maybe.
If Sombra hacks the Lifeweaver, does that prevent the pedal from working?
You're mine now.
No. But can Sombra hack the pedal?
Hack complete.
Yes. So Sombra can actually hack the pedal in the air or on the ground,
System tap.
what should prevent this from working if going on top of it. Now, if you're up in the air and it is hacked, it will break it completely and have it drop to the ground. So Sombra's actually pretty good against Lifeweaver's pedal right there. Now, the next
Sombra
question
useful.
is,
Pog.
can Sombra hack the Tree of Life?
Life protects life.
No.
Now hack me. Sombra cannot hack Lifeweaver to prevent the ultimate from working, nor can Sombra hack the Tree of Life.
Take cover.
What happens if Sombra places Translocator on the pedal?
Up and at 'em.
Just in case.
If the Translocator is on top of the pedal, it will break if you destroy the pedal. Did you see there's no Translocator? Can you lift the TP up
Interesting.
into the air with the pedal?
Yeah, they didn't do any EMP stuff.
Yes, you can. Can you lift sim turrets up?
Time for spring.
Not if placed before. If the pedal is placed, you can lift the sim turrets up, as you can see there. So just make sure to place them on top of the pedal, not before. Can you lift the Torb turret when it's already placed on the ground? As you can see, yes. You can lift the Torb turret when it's already placed on the ground.
Okay.
Which means that will be a
EMP
really good
disables
play
the tree?
you can do,
Got it.
especially with the Torb on your team. Now, obviously, you can also do it to the Torb turret on the enemy team, because that will put it in the air and prevent you from taking the damage for a while, because you can LOS below it. Does Torb ult break the pedal? Yes. Oh, wait, there you go.
Life protects life.
Does Torb ult break the Tree of Life too? It will do damage to the Tree of Life. Yeah.
The tree is
What I
falling.
expected.
What happens if the pedal is gone when Tracer recalls? Tracer lands on the ground. So it will not land up in the air where the pedal initially was. Can Widow
A
grapple
sniper.
up to
Watch your
the
head.
pedal?
Fair call.
The answer is yes.
Goodbye.
Hello. Can Widow grapple up to the Tree of Life?
Protects life.
Widow can. I wouldn't recommend it as a play, but you definitely can.
Huh.
What happens when you Venom mine the tree?
Life protects life.
It just attaches to the tree. We just had it. I think we've done this with Venom Mine and some other stuff. We just had to do it. Why not? I mean,
My
Yeah.
tree's gone. Find
there you go.
cover.
Can you cleanse Anna's grenade with Life Grip?
That must be.
No, it does
No,
not
you
cleanse. Okay.
It
What
does not
before, though?
cleanse. How high can Bap
Damn it.
jump on top of the pedal?
Up and at 'em.
That's just gonna be fun. Straight up, that's just fun. Can you lift Bap's lamp? It does not seem like you can lift Bap's lamp. Does lamp go up into the air with Bap on the pedal?
Time for spring.
As you can see, lamp does, which means you can make some really, really cool plays by using lamp.
Wait, what did
and
he break the
ultimate combos on top of the
What
pedal.
if you break it?
Does Tree of Life destroy the lamp?
How does it reach all the way down?
Life protects life.
So Tree of Life does destroy the lamp.
It does. Holy shit.
Can you window from top of the platform? Yes, you can. And it will stay up there. Like a movie screen. Will the fox lift the platform up with Kitsune? Does not look like the fox does. Does Tree of Life block Kitsune?
Life protects life.
It does. So we'll only go
It
as far as the
does.
tree is. So if you see Kitsune coming and you want to block it, you can actually use your tree to block most of it. Very much like you see with Maywall. Does Tree of Life block Lucio Beat?
Life protects life.
It does. So if your teammate uses Beat at the same time that you use Tree of Life, or if the enemy Lucio is using Beat, you can block it with Tree of Life as LOS, as the tree is LOS. All right, this one I think is just for fun. How cool does it look when Lucio ults off the top of the platform? Pretty cool. Can you pull your friendly Mercy out of Guardian Angel? Yes, you can. I wouldn't recommend doing that. But yeah, you can. It would actually, sometimes it might be worth saving. Like, for example, if like you hear a high noon and then like your Mercy needs to be saved, you can do that even if Mercy is Guardian Angel back, but I would recommend letting the Mercy Guardian Angel back. Can Orb activate the platform? A pedal. Nope. Yeah, and Moira Orb does not damage it either. Does Moira Orb damage the Tree of Life?
Life protects life.
Nope.
No, it doesn't. That's interesting.
Can Zenyatta discord the pedal? No, Zenyatta cannot.
Happy 3 months.
Can Zenyatta discord Tree of Life?
Life protects life.
No.
Like,
Zenyatta cannot. I hope you really enjoyed this video.
that was cool. All right, we learned a lot in that one. I actually learned a ton of interactions that I hadn't seen before. That was pretty good. That's pretty good. Definitely some concerns with the character, but I also think at the same time it's actually pretty cool. I'm probably gonna regret saying that the second I get pulled out of a shatter or some shit. But you know.